I want to talk about this section here. Why learn PowerShell? Well, there are a number of reasons. First of all, Microsoft is absolutely committed to PowerShell. PowerShell is the future of Microsoft, and Microsoft expects that if you learn servers, for example, that you must learn PowerShell. As a matter of fact, it's interesting that there is no PowerShell certification. The reason is that Microsoft has decided that if you're going to take any server certification, you must know PowerShell in depth before you can take that certification. So PowerShell is built into all of the certifications for Microsoft servers. Many Microsoft servers, as a matter of fact, more and more of them are now headless. That is to say, there is no graphical user interface. It is expected that you will use PowerShell for server core or nano server. And server core and nano server are the stuff by which we do server in many remote locations. We use server core for remote location servers and nano server for data center or cloud center types of services. So you have to work in PowerShell in order to do those. PowerShell is far faster than the GUI. Not only is it faster, not only does it run faster because it's a command line interface and it doesn't have to be drawing things on the screen as it runs, but it's also faster to put in the commands, again because of that scripting aspect of it. You can and because of the remoting aspect of it, you can run a PowerShell command very quickly. And because it's not redrawing graphics on the screen all the time, it runs up to 10 times faster than a GUI application. There are many things that you can do in PowerShell that you cannot do in the GUI. So just be aware that PowerShell actually does more than the GUI can do. We mentioned this before. PowerShell does persistent configurations. It actually is great for automation and remote management. And one of the things that it does that we did not mention is something called DSC, or Desired System Configuration. This is where you set up what you want your server system to look like, and PowerShell will meet that rather than having to worry about, did somebody tweak something and did something change? PowerShell can bring it back into compliance and make it look like your desired configuration all along. There is a level of security in PowerShell that is not available in the GUI for a couple of reasons. One is it's less friendly to casual hackers, and another is because it allows that remote management so you don't actually approach the server physically. There are many other companies today that use PowerShell rather than GUI. There's PowerShell built into many other companies' products, and by adding modules to PowerShell, because PowerShell is modular, those products can add additional commands in PowerShell. And so in order to run many products today, you need to know how to run PowerShell. Simply, you are more competitive for jobs if you know PowerShell. PowerShell is the way that companies do server today. So server administration today, if you're going to do server administration, you are expected to know PowerShell when you walk in that company's door and apply for a job. And finally, Don Jones, who is an author of several books on PowerShell, made this interesting statement one time at a Microsoft convention, and it's awesome. The choice is learn PowerShell or would you like fries with that? And he is so correct about that. If you don't know PowerShell today, you do not have the right to call yourself a administrator. So you must learn PowerShell, and it's important to have this as a background.